Brendan, have you had your hair cut again?
No, it just looks different every time I comb it.
No, but your sides look very short in a very smart, trendy way.
Oh, good.
Right, where's my where's my hold on 1 second. Right, let me just prop myself up. Lovely. Bit of light. Good. Is Sally? There it is. Yeah, good. Calling. Right, good. So let's go around the group one by one. So top left, it's just in the order that you appear on my screen. So Bree, off you go. Hi, Luke. How are you? Hi, Luke. How are you? Oh, hang on. We've got somebody's making a chipmunk noise again, and I suspect. So Bree, I don't think it's ever traditionally been you, but would you just mute your microphone for 1 second? Ooh. It might be, and it's never normally you. Could you just pop your microphone back on again? Did everybody else hear that squeaking a moment ago? But that seems to have gone, so let's just not even curse things. Right, off you go. Okay, good. You don't hear sound at all? Right, okay. So Susan can't hear sound. You can't hear any sound at all? Do you mean you can't hear any sound, or you can't hear that sound? I guess we'll find out when we get to you in a second. So, Brie, off you go. Hi, Luke. You've just arrived. Hi, Luke. You've just arrived.
Bonjour, Luc. Je viens d'arriver.
Lovely. So look at me and say, you've just arrived. You've just arrived.
Tu viens d'arriver.
Remember, once you start a French sentence, guys, the gist works. It doesn't stop until the end. De and arriver will join to form
D'arriver.
Don't overdo the consonants. Tu viens d'arriver. Small mouth. Tu viens d'arriver.
Tu viens d'arriver.
Lovely. How are you? How do you say how are you?
Comment vas-tu?
Pardon me, my mouthful. Ça va. Ça va. Ça va. So, ça va.
Ça va.
Be appropriate as well. Other than bonjour, how do you say hi? Salut.
Salut.
So, salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver. Ça va? Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver. Ça va?
Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver. Ça va?
Tu viens d'arriver.
Tu viens d'arriver. Ça va?
No. Don't just go on sentences, go on thoughts. So the only word in a French thought which ends is the last one. Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver, ça va? Link the whole thing together. Hi Luke, you just got there. If it's hi Luke, oh, you just got there. New thought, fine. But if it's oh, hey Luke, you just got there, you all right? Link. Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver, ça va? Sustain on the diaphragm, mouth closed. Off you go.
Salut Luc.
Don't know. What did I say? Luke is a nasty little word because it ends in a hard consonant. Luke. What did I tell you guys to do? Either A, sustain in the middle of that word. Salut Luc, comment tu vas? Or Luc, at worst, go Luc and segue into an thereby Brie keeping your chest going. So you guys have got to get used to the fact that it will be a blur of sound all the way through. If you attempt to put pauses in it, you'll be screwed when you listen to us. Yeah? So, salut Luc, comment tu vas? Ça va? Oh, no, sorry. Salut Luc, tu viens juste d'arriver, ça va?
Salut Luc, tu viens...
Yeah. That's it. You did it. Luc, tu. So just do the consonant cluster. Luc, tu.
Luc, tu.
No, pause. Luc, tu.
Luc, tu.
That's it.
Viens
Salut
d'arriver.
Luc, tu viens That's it, that's it. One more
Yeah.
time. Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver, ça va?
Salut Luc, tu viens d'arriver, ça va?
D'arriver.
D'arriver, ça va?
Good. Brendan, you're going to be me as well. I'm knackered, but I enjoyed myself this week. I like hanging out with old people in hospital beds. I mean, call me random. So say to me, I'm knackered, but I enjoyed myself this week.
Je suis crevé, mais j'ai un bon temps.
What's the verb to enjoy oneself, which is reflexive?
Je me...
Give me the infinitives for our viewers at home. What's the verb to enjoy oneself, which is reflexive?
S'amuser.
It's your name, Brendan.
Sorry, I thought you said me.
No, that's yeah,
S'amuser.
Brendan Bree, it's similar. Brendan, what's the verb to enjoy oneself?
S'amuser.
Don't say it in English, say it in French. S'amuser.
S'amuser.
That's nice. Twang on, mouth off. That's French. S'amuser. Twang off, mouth on. S'amuser. That's English. Twang on, mouth off. S'amuser. Small mouth. So s'amuser.
S'amuser.
Lovely. What's s'amuser? Lovely. What's it going to be if I enjoyed myself? Reflexive past.
Je m'amuse.
We don't have multiple stops and starts. Pardon me, my mouthful, but you guys, my lunch hour. My God, 6 o'clock for my lunch hour. What the fuck is wrong with me? Say je, sit on je. If you ain't ready, sit on je. Je me suis. Don't repeat. All right. Say to me, my name is. I'm thinking my name is the Eminem joke when I go. My name is. Say to me, I enjoyed myself.
Je m'amuse.
Look at Auntie Lucy. I enjoyed myself. Is it not in the past?
Oh, oui.
What do we call a verb which is both reflexive and in the past? Sounds like a job for...
Poetry past.
Would you please, for everybody, give me the poetry? Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, il se sont, which on their own mean nothing. But up you go. Je me suis, tu t'es, mouth closed, vibration on. Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, il se sont.
Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes.
These haven't been practiced, have they? Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, il se sont.
Ils se sont.
Je me suis. From the top, go again. If you were doing them at the same time as me talking, that's just bad manners. Off you go.
Je me suis, tu t'es, il se sait.
Stand still. Stand still. Look, I'm bored. Firstly, don't overuse your mouth. I've just been telling the lovely Brie. Secondly, je me suis will be 3 words because me is followed by a word with a consonant. Tu t'es will be 2 words because T is followed by a word with a vowel. Tu t'es. I should say open mouth because it shouldn't be about the vowel. Il s'est will consist of 2 because S is followed by the vowel of A. Nous sommes is 3 because som starts with a consonant of S. Vous êtes, yeah, is 3 because even though et starts with a vowel, vous ends in an S, so we can't do any joining there. Ils se sont ends in is 3 rather than 2 because sont starts with the verb to be. So would you please be very careful? Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, ils se sont. There's only the second and the third one that will allied. Off you go.
Je me suis, tu t'es, il s'est, nous nous sommes, vous vous êtes, ils se sont.
Good. And when you do your homework, anything that feels physically hard, like giving birth to a brick with spikes in it, then it's not going to stick in your body. So with that in mind, can you please say to me, I enjoyed myself this week?
Je me suis amusé. Cette semaine.
You specifically have had this correction before. Cette semaine.
Cette semaine.
Lovely. So it's smooth. Je me suis amusé. Now listen to Auntie Luki. If you've got a vowel, you can either have je me suis amusé or je me suis amusé. Tu t'es amusé, tu t'es amusé. Il s'est amusé, il s'est amusé. You have the choice of whether or not you're going to do the liaison. All right? So Stephanie, je me suis amusé cette semaine.
Je me suis amusé cette semaine.
Mouth closed, speak on the chest, throw it away. Ouais, je me suis amusé cette semaine.
Ouais, je me suis amusé cette semaine.
Go. Denise, I enjoy spending time at hospital with old people, which I do rather. I enjoy, the one we dragged along was the only one with the dementia. The rest of them are mentally marvelous. I enjoy spending time at hospital with old people.
Je me suis amusé.
Pause. I enjoy, Auntie Denise, is in which tense?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I heard a D at the end. Okay.
Oh, it's an excuse. Up you go.
Je m'amuse passer le temps ce week-end.
If you use je m'amuse, you can't then go straight into passé. So you can either say je m'amuse à passer, or we can use the verb plaire somehow. Plaire. Okay? What does the verb plaire mean, Auntie Denise?
To please.
As in s'il te plaît, not s'il tu plaît and s'il vous plaît. We can use plaire with ça. Ça me plaît. So we've said this before. Other languages that you guys will have come across, like Spanish and Italian, for example, if you say you like something, you say the thing pleases you. So ça me plaît. You'd have like me gusta or me gustan. I like trees. Me gustan los árboles. I like the tree. Me gusta el árbol. Mi piace. It pleases me. French loves aimer. We prefer to say the person, aimer, and then the thing. But we do have the other one. You know, so I like the tree. J'aime l'arbre. L'arbre me plaît. The tree does the pleasing to me. If you're talking about a random concept, just say, so if you said, I like horse riding, fine, you could say faire de l'équitation me plaît, or just faire de l'équitation, breath, ça me plaît, that pleases me. And that's a better way to do it. Side note, guys, don't use plaire with people. So if Bree says, oh, I like whatever, some friend in her class, oh oui, je l'aime bien. If she uses plaît, I like Brian, because Brian me plaît, that means she fancies Brian. That means Brian is hot to her. Okay, so that's one of the standard ways in French of saying you find somebody physically attractive. So if I say, Chris Hemsworth me plaît, it doesn't mean he's knowingly done anything to, well, I don't know, he's a bit of a tempter. But basically, it doesn't mean he's knowingly done jack shit to get my attention. I'm sure there are people you all find attractive who you've never, ever, ever, ever seen. Brendan, the court restraining order will see to that. But the fact is, that's how you say somebody pleases you. So be careful with please. But I like doing this. J'aime bien faire du vélo. J'aime bien me promener. If you use a noun like I like walks, be careful you're using a plural noun. So les promenades me plaisent. Yeah, please, me plaise, stop verb, hard verb. But generally, ça me plaît, whatever. So you can either go, ça me plaît de passer du temps, or passer du temps à l'hôpital, ça me plaît. And that's an easier way of doing it, all right? So say for me, I like spending time at hospital. Go with the spending time at hospital, that pleases me. Spending time at hospital with old people. How do you say spending time at hospital with old people?
Passer le temps avec les vieilles, ça me plaît.
Nice accent. Remember my absolute begging for all of you to go and watch the lay versus the day video. It's not all time. Remember, if you hear a the in English, use a the in French. If you hear a some in English, use a some in French. If you are talking about all of said product, Brie likes apples. Generally apples. Generally she likes them, you know. Elle aime les pommes. If you're speaking across the board, use the. If you are not speaking across the board, go with du, de la, des. So spending time, it's not all time. I'm not spending my entire fucking life at the hospital. Okay, maybe have last week, but not generally. Passer du temps. All right, be careful. Your go-to with any noun needs to be du, de la, des. Get rid of le, all right? So passer du temps à l'hôpital, ça me plaît. Passer du temps à l'hôpital. Now, let's talk older people. Older people, old people is not particularly offensive in English. I suppose we could say senior citizens, you know, whatever. But vieux and vieille is a little bit rude in French. So just say avec les gens plus âgés, or avec des gens, or avec des personnes plus âgées, okay? Vieux is masculine, vieille is feminine. An old man would be un vieil homme because it starts with a vowel. A nasty word would be un vieillard, which would be like old timer. A gentle way, which can be nice and can be a bit rude, would be to say avec les mamies et les papis, like grandmas and grandpas, which is kind of quite harmless. Yeah. Oui, alors moi j'aime bien passer du temps avec les mamies et avec les papis. It kind of it's a little bit reductive, but it's cute. Do you know what I mean? Good. Lovely. So les personnes plus âgées. Great. Do one more for me, Denise. Because they've got stories. Because they've got stories.
Parce qu'ils ont des histoires.
Lovely. Now join that together. Parce qu'ils ont des histoires.
Parce qu'ils ont
that was a bit weird. Parce qu'ils ont. Join it together.
Parce qu'ils ont des histoires.
Lovely. Now, say for me, because they've got good stories.
Parce qu'ils ont...
What's going on? Parce qu'ils. What's they? How do you say they have?
Ils ont.
Close your mouth.
Ils ont. Ils ont.
How do you say because they have?
Parce qu'ils...
No, listen on to Luki. I like a bit of muscle memory, but don't let your muscle memory in any one success go where it's not wanted. An evening dress is marvellous, but not to clean the bloody bathroom. You don't need an E. Well, I don't know. You don't need an E. Ils y sont. That's a completely different thing. We're using, that's they are there. Ils y sont. We are saying ils ont, I-L-S, new word O-N-T. That's all we're saying. Parce qu'ils ont. Let me hear it.
Parce qu'ils ont.
Now soften it. Parce qu'ils ont. You don't make a deal of consonants. Parce qu'ils ont.
Parce qu'ils ont.
That's it. So we previously said des histoires. They've got stories. What's good stories? Here's your clue. Stories is both plural and, or stories are both plural, and it precedes bon. All right. So what's that going to be?
Des bonnes histoires.
De bonnes histoires.
De bonnes histoires.
When you have a plural, yeah, when you have a plural, like when you have a plural noun, and you have one of the rare situations where the adjective goes before it. So like new, old, small, large, you don't say day. So I've just told you, day is your go-to for if you're not talking about all of them. So let's come to Tia's next. So Tia, could you please say for me, they're going to build houses near my house. They're going to build houses near my house. Up you go. Yeah, over to you, Tia. They're going to build houses near my house. Up you go. Oh, it's Tia. It's you doing that shitting noise that you did 2 weeks ago again. It's you and your little ratty little noise. Do you remember what you did a couple of weeks ago to solve it? We can't hear any human voice. Do you mind doing that again? I'll give you 60 seconds. 1 second. I need something anyway. 60 seconds or I have to switch for someone else. So off you go. Try and see if you can solve it, Sid. Tia, I mean. Is she back? Is it making noise? There we go. You've decided to speak. It's like, did anybody remember that movie Splash with Daryl Hannah? when he's in the TV shop and he says, "What's your name?" and she goes, and all the television screens just smash. I used to love that movie. Good. So Tia, they just say to me, they are going to build houses. Just plain and simple, they are going to build houses. Off you go, near my house.
J'ai oublié comment c'est build.
You've got a lot of reverb. Construire. So they are going to build houses near to my house. Go.
Ils vont construire des maisons près de ma maison.
Good. I like the fact that the previous words were thinking while you were ready to go for the next. Ils vont construire des maisons. So we went with des because in English, they're going to build houses. To remind you, watch the video called Day versus Lay as previously prescribed. They're going to build white houses, yellow houses, black houses, any color you could think. Ils vont construire des maisons blanches. Fine, because that is an adjective which would go after maison. How would you say, though, Tia, they're going to build new houses? What's the word for new when we're talking about houses, Tia?
Nouvelle.
Is it an adjective which most of the time precedes or goes after the verb, the noun?
Precedes.
That's exactly right. So what did Auntie Lukey tell you need to do? You don't say day. This is a rule that half of young France forget. What do you do if you don't say day? What word do you swap it for if you've got a preceding plural adjective? Mm-hmm. So up you go. They're going to build new houses.
Ils vont construire de nouvelles maisons.
That's it. She's got beautiful legs. He's got beautiful legs. De belles jambes, you know, whatever, you know. Yeah, it wouldn't be day. All right, good. Lovely. Tia, do me another one. The noise of my microphone, micro, masculine. The noise of my microphone is annoying. I need to be careful. Phrasal verb to be careful. See if you can come up with it. The noise of my microphone is annoying. I need to be careful.
Le bruit du micro est
Stand still. Whatever you're
énervant.
saying, stand still. Whatever you're saying needs to be smooth. You need to keep the diaphragmatic pressure going. Nobody is asking you to race, but you need to keep it blurred. What did I say was the only word that you finish? The last word in a thought. Up you go. The noise of my microphone is annoying. I need to be careful. Up you go.
Le bruit de mon micro est énervant. Il faut que...
Why have we stopped after énervant? Keep énervant going, énervant. Need, I've told you guys before, don't use il faut que, it's very heavy. Use it when you really need, it is necessary that. Keep it for that tone. What do I like you to use for need when it is an object? Il me faut. So use faut with the person for a coffee, like I need a coffee, il me faut un café. But what do we use with need and a verb? What's the verb I want you to be using, Tia?
Dois, je dois.
Devoir, yeah, devoir, exactly right. So go again. So say to me, you need to be, so say to me, I need to be careful. How do you say I need to be careful?
Je dois être... je dois faire attention.
Faire attention. Go again. Le bruit, look at Lukey, don't start till we're ready. Le bruit de mon micro est énervant, je dois faire attention. Ouais, le bruit de mon micro est énervant, je dois faire attention. Mouth closed, breathe small. Off you go.
Le bruit de mon micro est énervant.
The word for noise is bruit. Bruit, not bruit. Bruit. Off you go.
Le bruit de mon micro est énervant.
If you guys stop the vibration, back. Other French teachers might love it. No. Keep the vibration going. Don't. Le bruit de mon... Like you're singing. Le bruit de mon micro est énervant. Bullshit 78 song. What a fabulous chart hit that would be. The noise of my microphone is annoying. With Sasha Distel and Luke singing. Wouldn't that be lovely? Le bruit de mon micro est énervant. Sing it. That's French. Oui, alors le bruit de mon micro est énervant. You can't get it out fast enough otherwise. Mouth closed, sing. Le bruit de mon micro est énervant. Je dois faire attention. Mouth closed, slowly as you want, dear. As slow as you want.
Le bruit de mon...
Pause, and that is what we call muscle memory. So take a smaller section so you haven't got the muscle memory, you've got the intellectual memory. So me mon micro.
Mon micro. Mon micro.
That's how we learn a gender. Don't go, this is male, this is female. No, just practice saying mon plus the thing, or ma plus the thing, or le plus the thing, or la plus the thing. Good, one more time. I'm bored of your microphone.
Le bruit de mon micro est énervant. Il doit que je fasse attention.
There ain't no il doit que. Je dois faire attention. There is no
Je dois faire attention.
No, it sounds robotic. Je dois faire attention. Be human. Je dois faire attention.
Je dois faire attention.
That's lovely. Did we lose Tabitha? I can't see her. I can see Susan. I can't see Tabby. Oh well. Whatever. She'll come back. She might be mid-flight. Lovely. Susan, could you please say for me? I don't know why, but she's gone. I'm scared. I don't know why, but she's gone. I'm scared.
Je sais.
Stand still, stand still, stand still, stand still. Sit your emotional energy down. Drop it down, all of you. Drop it into your chest. If you're not ready with the next word, nobody cares. Remain on the previous word. So don't think that you're trying to add a French accent to words. Think that you're adding words to the French sound of Do it the other way around. Don't go, oh, I must try and put an overlap of kind of bleh to make it sound French. Here's your sound. And now add words to it. Je vais vous enseigner, je serai votre professeur. Add the words to this sound, right? So if you're not ready for the next word, marvelous. Sit on the previous word. I don't want da-da-da-da. And when you get nervous, your shoulders go up, but the vocal energy comes into the throat. There's nothing in the throat in French. There's nothing in the throat in French. Going via the throat, tu coupes, you cut, but we don't start in French. We start above it or below it. All right, so slow down. I don't know where she has gone. I'm worried. I don't know where she has gone, but I'm worried. No, but I'm scared. I'll give you that. I don't know where she's gone, but I'm scared.
Je ne sais pas où elle est sortie, mais j'ai peur.
More commitment while waiting. It was fine. It was fine. It was fine. Être verb, parti. Yeah, être verb. More commitment. If you don't commit enough, you get in the throat. Yeah, you get air in the throat. All right, which particularly on female voices over 50 can go onto the throat very easily. And we don't want that. Keep it rich or keep it up in here. Off you go. I don't know where she's gone. I'm scared. Off you go.
Je ne sais pas où elle est partie, mais j'ai peur.
Now go with a little bit more emotion and smaller consonants. Tell me the story of what you're saying without the words, with your voice. Ouh, je sais pas où elle est partie, mais j'ai peur. Tell me the anecdote. Yeah? Don't just use your voices to tell me. Use your sorry, don't just use your words, use your voice. So in other words, if I asked you, Susan, to say, right, do me the noise that that conversation would have if somebody were listening through a wall. Oh, ooh, oh. Now add the words to that tone. Yep, we can, but it ain't your go, bitch. Hush. 10 seconds. Off you go.
Oh, je ne sais pas où
No. Now what do you do? Je. Mo. Smooth. Because the story you just sang to me didn't go. It went. Oh. So, je ne sais pas où elle est partie. Je ne sais pas où elle est partie. Go.
Oh, je ne sais pas où elle est partie et j'ai peur.
Good. Now, What this has linguistically done is convert your sentence into one entity, a wiggly long thing rather than lots of little short things. And that is easier for your body to grab hold of and have muscle memory of. Lovely. On to Tabitha's go. Luke, I am here. There was a problem with my computer. Too much porn, Tabitha, I keep telling you. So off you go. Luke, I am here. There was a problem with my computer. Nice and slow.
Luke.
That is cutting off.
Luke,
Don't cut off. Luke does not want cutting off. Let me tell you. Luke, keep it all one line. I get, guys, that intellectually you are going to solve these problems ingredient by ingredient. I totally get that. I totally get that. Of course I do. But don't speak in that way. Keep the chest working. Keep the chest working. Keep the chest working. Luke, until you're ready for the next one. Up you go. Luke. Go on.
Luke, je suis...
Bring your A game, not your USA game. I've just taken 20 seconds of my life to tell you to not go, Luke, and then stop. So don't just wait for me to finish speaking and do that. Don't finish a word in French. Keep the words going. This is Luke stopping. Luke. This is Luke not stopping. Luke, je. Luke, tu. Luke, vous. That's carrying on. If you're not ready, go to Luke, but don't do exactly the same thing I've just told you. Go. So Luke, I'm here. Give me Luke, I'm here.
Luke, je suis ici.
We've just had je suis. Pause. Tabitha, listen to me. Don't stop. Don't move until you're ready to move to the next word, my darling girl. Luke, je suis ici. Just don't keep the previous word going until you move to the next one. It could be 10 seconds. Say suis for me, Tabitha, and make it last 6 seconds.
Suis.
There you go. You've got a nice vowel placement. You've got a nice vowel placement. There's nothing wrong with that. Need I remind you guys, what's a French accent in English? Hello, my name is Luke. I am your teacher. We lengthen it. I don't want any stopping. I'm getting really sick of it. Off you go. So, Luke, I am here. There was a problem with my computer. Off you go slowly.
Luke, je suis ici. Il y a un problème avec...
What's the word for there is that you've just said? What's the word for there is?
Il y a.
Gorgeous. Now, that's not what I need, but hypothetically, if it were what I need, Tabby, why are we stopping? Why are we stopping? Look at Lukey. Listen to me. It is what I need. Make il y a last. Make il y a last. Make our last.
Il y a.
Thank you. And don't come off it until the next word. Right. When you guys go to France, with me or with whoever, you're going to be fucked if you don't start now getting used to this blurry quality. So you can't have il y a, get used to the Now, Tabitha, I said there was a problem. So what verb is il y a from? What verb is a from? Which infinitive?
Imparfait.
Listen to Auntie Lukey answer the questions she's asking. What verb is a from? Which infinitive? What's the verb?
Avoir. Avoir.
Marvelous. And now I need it in the was tense, as you've just beautifully told me. So what's avoir in the was tense?
Avoir in the was tense is A.
A is my ending. Listen to the shortcut. Remind me the trick, Tabitha. What is the trick? Who do I go to in the present tense when I can't find a was? I asked you this question last time.
Nous.
Well done. What is we have?
Nous avons.
Nice. Game of Thrones the testicles off the end of nous avons. In other words, get rid of on and stick on a for the was tense. What's avant if you swap the on for an a?
Avait.
Nice accent. So can you say for me there was or there were? It would be the same in French. Could you say for me there was?
Il y avait.
A problem.
Un problème
Masculine,
avec
un problème. Masculine, un problème.
un problème avec mon
Problem is in the throat, which is English. Problème goes above. Problème.
un problème.
Oi,
Problem,
I don't
problem.
correct you. I don't correct you for you to ignore me. This isn't about me, like I'm more important than fucking you. It's just about you're not going to be a linguist, my darling, and I want you to listen. I want you to absorb what you're taking in. Listen to what Auntie Luke is telling you. Problème. Repeat.
Problème.
How clever are you when you listen? Problem is the same shit twice, my love. So say for me a problem. Un problème.
Un problème.
Good. If it feels like English, it's English. With my computer. With my computer. With my computer. With my computer.
Avec mon ordinateur.
Why are you saying words separately? Did I not tell you? Come.
Avec mon ordinateur.
No. You haven't got it. The penny hasn't dropped. Oh, shit. But the phone has. Hang on, someone just WhatsApp me. Let me use this opportunity just to WhatsApp them and say I'm going to be free. 1 second. Network easier. Working another hour. Good. So, say for me, avec mon, and stay on mon. Just say mon and hold it for 5 seconds.
Avec mon.
That's it. All of you want to go silent when you try and go when you try and think. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's nothing wrong. You're not expected to know it. If I was basically coming to do your job and to know all the safety fucking shit for a plane, I'd be fucked. I don't know it. You're learning something new. Nobody's disputing that. What I'm asking you to do is to not stop speaking while you're working it out. Stay on the previous thing. It's like a car. The car doesn't mysteriously lift up in the air. It keeps in the lane it's in. When you've decided that you're going to move, you indicate, put the blinkers on, and move to the one side and change. You just keep going. All right. Give me 1 second. Good. Brie. I don't want to do her job because planes scare me. I mean, I fly. I've never not gotten on a plane in my life, but my God, it used to be a 20 dose of temazepam and diazepam. Then I was like, I don't want the chemicals. I'm just going to do it. Hate planes. So, Brie, I don't want to do her job because planes scare me.
Je ne veux pas sans, je ne peux.
You weren't going wrong, so keep the previous word going. If you need to keep it going 10 seconds, it's fine, ladies and gents. It's so fine. Off you go. I don't want to do her job because planes scare me. Off you go.
Je ne veux pas sans emploi.
I don't want to do her job.
Yeah. Je ne veux pas.
But listen to Lukey. If you go, then we're going to have quick, soft. We're going to have quick, slow. We're going to have a big mess up between the good bit we know and the bit we're working out. Stay smooth. I don't want to do her job.
Je ne veux pas faire sans.
Stand still. Stay for me. I want to eat. How do you say I want to eat?
Je veux manger.
Nice accent, Brie. Did we have a de? Did we have an a between the and manger? No. So sometimes when we make things negative or we change tense, you guys all think we need to start adding prepositions. We don't. Say for me, I want to eat.
Je veux manger.
Say for me, I don't want to eat.
Je veux pas manger.
I can't even imagine what that would feel like. So say for me, I don't want to do her job. What's the verb to do?
Faire.
That's it. What's the word for job?
Emploi.
Emploi.
Emploi. Sorry.
Or poste, which would be masculine because la poste would be yellow envelopes. Like as in the postal service. Or sans travail. Or slang French, sans boulot. Boulot. Bosser is to work. Je bosse. Je travaille. boulot is her job. So say for me, I don't want to do her job. It's masculine, son boulot. I forget, I don't want to do her job.
Je ne veux pas.
To do. I don't want to do her job.
Je ne veux pas faire son emploi.
Son boulot, we've just come full circle.
Son boulot.
Oi, what correction did I just bloody give you? How did I say you pronounce that word?
Emploi.
That's it. Linguists listen. All right, emploi. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying je veux pas faire son travail. Je veux pas faire son travail. Okay?
Je veux pas faire son travail.
Smaller mouth, bigger chest. Slide through the vowels. Oui, je veux pas faire son travail. Use your personality to tell me you don't know you do the job, and it'll make the French easier. Ouais, je veux pas faire son travail.
Oui, je veux pas son travail. Je veux pas faire.
This is the 7th time. We're not saying I don't want her job. My honey was saying I don't want to do her job. All right? Je veux pas faire son travail. Go.
Je veux pas faire son travail.
Now keep your mouth closed even more. You can pop your finger on your side of your mouth, people, if you're watching. And you can push from your chest and say, je veux pas faire son travail. Feel, I don't want to do her job. Je veux pas faire son travail.
Je veux pas faire son travail.
Even faster, mouth closed, smaller mouth. Je veux pas faire son travail. Je veux pas faire son travail.
Je veux pas faire son travail.
That's it, okay. Aeroplanes scare me. Now, a moment ago, we had I'm scared. What was I'm scared, Brie, from a moment ago?
J'ai peur.
J'ai peur. Lovely. There is a scare, which is effrayé, where we get afraid from. But what we do with fear is we say that if you've got it, you have it. But if something else gives it you, it does you fear. Ooh, ça fait peur. Ça fait peur. Yeah. The WhatsApp photographs Brendan sent me. Ooh, ça fait peur. It's frightening, worrying. So say for me, ça fait peur. Ça fait peur. So just say for me, les avions. Now, if I'm saying les avions, notice I'm saying les because I'm speaking about planes generally across the board. What is the they verb, Brie, of to do? How do you say they do?
Ils font.
That's it. Well done, that woman.
Yeah.
Say for me, les avions font peur. Les avions font peur.
Les avions font peur.
Nice accent. If I were to introduce me in there, where would that go? Les avions
Me font peur.
Lovely. Me font peur.
Peur.
Les avions me font peur.
Les avions me font peur.
Good. Put it together. Get used to putting things together and give me the emotional story. Ooh, I don't want to do her job. Okay, I don't want to do her job. Yeah. So, je veux pas faire son travail. Je veux pas faire son travail.
Je veux pas faire son travail.
Les avions me font peur.
Les avions me font peur.
Good. So we're going to start introducing a few woulds and shoulds and coulds and all of this kind of business as we just spoke about last time. So, quick reminder. Would is on one side of the room and should and could is, should and could, yes, is on the other side of the room. For the simple reason that would is a tense. It's the conditional. I would eat, je mangerai. I would have eaten, j'aurais mangé. Just the past version, the would have. Or I would have left, je serais parti. So would is a tense. Could and should are going to have to involve some other verb. Should is going to have to involve devoir. And could is going to involve largely pouvoir, but it could be réussir, it could be arriver, it could be pouvoir, it could be savoir even. But we'll go with pouvoir for the moment. If you're talking about the word should in English, it will again, like we were just talking about with would, be the conditional. So je devrais, yeah, not devoirais, je devrais. What's the ending for the would, guys? Ray. So I would have to, I should, je devrais. Or the past, j'aurais dû. Yeah, j'aurais dû. You can use the verb devoir in any of the tense, j'ai dû, je devais, but it becomes I had to. So I should, something I've not yet done, je devrais. I should have, talking about something I've already done, j'aurais dû. I had to, j'ai dû, je devais. All of those are acceptable, but they're no longer the word should. Pouvoir is a right little hoe. He's everywhere. I could, talking about something I've not yet done, je pourrais. I could have, j'aurais pu, same pattern as we've just done. J'ai pu or je pouvais. You go, whoa, Luke, it's all of them with could. The video in question here is called 14 Ways to Say the Word Could. So I'd like you to think of this concept. Most of the time, when we say could, we can divide it into two ideas. A statement of fact or a hypothesis. A statement of fact or a hypothesis. If Brendan says, Luke, if I were in London, I could see you for a drink. That's hypothetically. If I were in London, Lukey, I could see you for a drink. Or Luke, oh shit, if you told me you were near me, you could have seen me for a drink. So these are hypothetical situations which are therefore going to borrow the ray and aurait something pattern that we've just been talking about. So in other words, I should, je devrais, I could, je pourrais, hypothetically. I could have, j'aurais pu. I could, as in a statement, as in last week, I could tell there was a problem, je pouvais or j'ai pu for various arguments. So if we stick with this would and past would and past would for the three. Je mangerai, or je, whatever the verb would be, j'aurai past tense, je devrais, j'aurai past tense, je pourrai, j'aurai past tense. So we're back up to just done Bree, so let's do Brendan. Luke, you could come and see me next week. Luke, you could come and see me next week. Has this happened yet, Brendan?
No.
So are we going to be on the conditional or the conditional past side? Which one are we going to be in?
Conditional.
That's it. We're only going to use the j'aurais pu if we're talking hypothetically about something that can no longer be changed. So what's Luke? You could come and see me next week.
Luc, tu me pourrais.
Now listen. I've missed an ingredient out teaching wise that I wanted to see what would happen before I taught it. So I always leave it to see what will happen. If you use would, most of the time, that will be the main verb. I would come, I would buy. I would buy it, I would have bought it. So any pronouns are going to go first. Je le vendrai, I would sell it. Je l'aurais vendu, I would have sold it. Fine, you might use would about a verb and then use an infinitive like I would love to buy it. Je voudrais or j'aimerais l'acheter. Yeah, you might, you know, use would and then an infinitive. Could and should either way are going to use an infinitive for the full version. So if you say I should buy it. So just on its own, Brendan, just say for me I should on its own, just I should. A should that we haven't done yet. So what's I should? Je
devrais.
Devrais. Lukey said listen. Like I said to Bree, you got to listen. No one said devrais. No one said devrais. Fucking listen. Don't phone in the listening, people. Listen properly. Give me again. I should buy. No, let's say for me I should listen. Say for me I should listen. Go on.
Je devrais écouter.
Lovely. By virtue of the fact you have just used should, listen is now in the infinitive because you've commented on how you're going to do it. So now if I say I should listen to it, even though it's to it, it's direct in French. I should listen it. So how would you say I should listen to it?
Je devrais l'écouter.
It's gonna go there, isn't it? Quickly change it up for me. I should have listened to it. I'm changing the first bit, but not the second bit. I should have listened to it. Off you go. Look at Auntie Lukey. I should have. Are we talking about something which we can no longer change?
Yes.
So did I not tell you what direction that was going to go in? Conditional past. When it's something that can still happen, people, the verb is in the conditional. When it's something that can no longer change, the auxiliary is in the conditional. Yeah? So how do you say I have had to?
I've had what, sorry?
I have had to.
J'aurais dû.
Stand still. You disgust me. I'm dripping tears of fucking hatred. Say for me, I have eaten. Just plain and simply say for me, I have eaten.
J'ai mangé.
Lovely. Now, Say for me, I would have eaten.
J'aurais mangé.
Great. Say for me, I have had to. J'ai dû.
J'ai dû.
Now say I would have had to, which is the same as I should have.
J'aurais dû. J'aurais dû.
Lovely. So that is should in the past. So say for me, I should have done it. Just say I should have done it.
J'aurais dû le faire.
Good. Let's keep going. Coming down, Denise. I could have tried to do it. Oh, I know. I was just feeling lazy. I could have tried to do it.
Je l'aurais pu.
Did Auntie Lukey not just say that if you are using should and could, that automatically, if you had any pronouns, that they have to go before the infinitive? Because if you are using should and could, your infinitive is going to come after it. I should buy. I should have bought. In other words, it will be je pourrais plus some form of an infinitive, or j'aurais pu plus some form of an infinitive, or je devrais plus some form of an infinitive, or even two infinitives. So in other words, if you are using should and could, you have no business whacking your pronoun so early on. Yeah. Okay. So just say for me, I should try to do. Before we do anything else, just say for me, I should try to do. Auntie Denise, what comes after SAA when we've got another verb? SAA.
De.
Good job. So I should try to do. Have a go. No, I apologize. I've just changed it. I originally made it, I should have tried to do it, but I was feeling too lazy. So I should have tried to do it. Off you go. Right, because we're talking should have, right, forget the words in English. Let's just go on the sensation. I should have tried to do it. Is that something that we're talking hypothetically about, something that has not yet happened or something that has happened?
Has happened. What
pattern is this bitch trying to get into these bitches? If it's some shit that's already happened, we're going to go conditional on the auxiliary, yes? Mm-hmm. So what's that one going to be with should?
J'aurais dû.
Do you see the difference? Mm-hmm. That might manifest in English as either I would have had to or I should have. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. And they've got a different feeling. Should sounds like a green thing. I should eat more vegetables. If I didn't, go and help my friend Sam, she would have to work all night, which would be a negative thing. Oh, I should have eaten more vegetables. I live off vegetables. I would have had to. It's something we dodged a bullet there. So let's be very honest. Both of those have different sensations in English, and English is all the more articulate for that. French doesn't have that. Yeah, they're both in English, in French rather, going to be the same thing. But I should have. So give me that bit then on its own. I should have.
J'aurais dû.
Nice accent. Now say for me, I should have tried. Just on its own, I should have tried, which could be your sentence. It could have been that. Just say for me, I could have tried.
J'aurais dû essayer.
Nicely linked. Now say I could have tried to do. Remember what we use with essay if it goes into another verb. I should have tried to do.
J'aurais dû essayer de faire.
Nice. Now say I should have tried to do it. Did you attempt the homework, people? Nah, I should have tried to do it. Off you go. Could you please say for me, I should have tried to do it?
J'aurais dû le faire.
No. Listen to Auntie Lucas. J'aurais dû essayer de faire. What was the last infinitive? So question one, is there an infinitive? Yes. Good. And what was the last infinitive?
Faire.
That is where your pronoun will live. If you have an infinitive in a sentence, whack the pronoun before it. If you have multiple infinitives in a sentence, I'm going to have to keep doing it with you guys. Je vais devoir continuer à le faire. Yeah, 3 infinitives. Yeah, all right. So Stephanie, I should have tried to do it. Go on then. I should have tried to do it one more time with the le in the right place, Susan. J'aurais dû.
J'aurais dû essayer le faire.
Essayer. What
Du,
comes up?
du, essayer du faire.
Stand still. What comes after essayer?
De.
What is the word for it that we're going to be putting before faire?
Le.
Notice, ladies and gent, we don't say do. Normally, de and le become do, don't they? But when the le is a pronoun, it stays as it is. You work it out for yourself. I'm not going to give it you. I should have tried to do it. Off you go.
J'aurais dû essayer le faire.
Essayer has what after it?
Essayer de le faire.
Anybody do it in bits? Off you go. Now, let's be very clear. There's muscle memories that work and there's muscle memories that don't work. J'aurais dû le faire is a perfectly good French sentence. That's fine. So do I mind you going j'aurais dû le faire? No, you've just missed an ingredient. J'aurais dû essayer le faire. That's not a good muscle memory because we always need the does. Off you go. J'aurais dû essayer de le faire. J'aurais dû essayer de le faire. Off you go.
J'aurais dû essayer de le faire.
Lovely. I'm coming down to Tia. Tia, I could have kept doing it. What's the verb to keep? Not as in I keep my slaves in the dungeon, but they love it and they pay good. What's the verb to keep doing something? What verb do I want to be using here?
Continuer.
Lovely, lovely. I could have kept doing it. Luke, that was such a fun lesson. Oh, I could have kept doing it. It was really, whatever. I could have kept doing it. Africa.
J'aurais pu continuer à le faire.
Lovely. We're using j'aurais pu because we are in one of our hypothetical coulds. Actually, fuck hypothetical. If you hit could have. If you hit could have, would have, should have, there's no auxiliary. J'aurais pu, j'aurais dû, j'aurais whatever. Okay. So j'aurais pu, keep doing is continuer plus an a. If you have a noun, she's going to continue the program. Elle va continuer le programme, as in a program of events. A TV show would be like une émission. Fine, we don't need a, but if you're going to go into another verb, you are. Lovely. Do me another one, Tia. She should, next week, she should keep trying to do it. She did very well this week. Next week, she should keep trying to do it.
La semaine prochaine, elle devrait continuer à le faire.
She should keep trying to do it.
La semaine prochaine, elle devrait continuer à essayer de le faire.
Lovely. Now, it might seem a little bit put together on purpose, but that shit works. All right? Good. Tabby. I would like to be able to do it. So we've been previously using some of these verbs in the pourrays, devrays crap, but we can use them on their own. So on its own, Tabitha, just quickly on its own for me, say I would like. What on its own is I would like?
J'aimerais.
Lovely. I'm glad you went with j'aimerais rather than je voudrais. I like j'aimerais. On its own, what is to be able to? Now, we've used this verb in different formats just a moment ago, but now we're going to use it as an infinitive because we're bringing, I can't speak English, we're bringing it in after a conjugated form. So what's the verb to be able to on its own, please, Tabitha?
Pouvoir.
Nice accent. That was a very small consonant and a big vowel. Absolutely perfect. J'aimerais pouvoir. You're never going to say j'aimerais le pouvoir because you need, you can use devoir with the pronoun, because devoir can also mean to owe. Yeah, he owes me, il me doit. But you're never going to say le pouvoir, So basically, so say for me, I would like to be able to do. Just say I would like to be able to do. Just put that together.
J'aimerais pouvoir faire.
No, there's no, right. Same as I said earlier, just as same as I asked Brie with manger. say for me, I can eat. Just on its own, say I can eat 3 words.
Je peux manger.
Lovely. Nice pronunciation. Notice you felt no need, neither did Brie, to say je peux à manger. So when you have different tenses kicking in, you all want to start putting in de and a. Now that is a case of prepositionitis, an inflammation of the prepositions. Okay? I don't mind anybody that suffers with that because it is a secondary condition for being comfortable with the sound of prepositions. So it's not a bad affliction, yeah? But it doesn't mean that we want them there. So just say for me, j'aimerais pouvoir faire. I would like to be able to do. Go on.
J'aimerais pouvoir faire.
I would like to be able to do it.
J'aimerais pouvoir le faire.
Close your mouth. Use these super duper discrete consonants you're giving me. And go, j'aimerais pouvoir le faire. J'aimerais pouvoir le faire.
J'aimerais pouvoir le faire.
Nice. Change one word in the middle. No, that wouldn't make sense. I would like to have to do it. He would have to be able to do it. Can Luke work the Thursday? Well, he would have to be able to do it because Sam can't look after a mum. He would have to. So now we're back into using one of these pouvoir and devoir verbs in a conjugated form. In the sentence, he would have to, it's kind of helping you out, Tabitha, because although this in French would be the same as he should, it would be the same French, he would have to. So I want you guys to listen very carefully to the following sentence. This is really important advice. I'm asking you to be mindful of hearing the word have. I would eat, I would have eaten. Brie would have liked to have done this, but the restaurant was full. Notice that to have to is this element of necessity. So in other words, we say I must, that's like an import from like the sort of Saxon stuff, but the verb is to have to. So listen out for whether you are using have meaning the auxiliary or whether you are using have to as in an obligation. And you could even do the two. So I would have had to is like j'aurais dû. It's like the auxiliary form of, so I have, j'ai. I had as a one-off action, j'ai eu. Yeah. Or I had as a description, j'avais. I have to, je dois. Yeah, different verb. I had to, j'ai dû. I had to. So before last night, I had to go to j'avais dû. So be careful which element you're talking about. Are you talking about have the auxiliary or had the auxiliary? And are you talking about have or had from the verb to have to, which is obligation? So be a little bit careful with that. Oh, Tabitha, say for me. I would have to, which is the same as a should, but you're just going to hear it as I would have to. Just give me that I would have to. Let me hear that on its own first.
Je devrais.
That's it. As I was saying, I would have to sounds like something you don't really want, but there's no difference in French. Je devrais is I would have to or I should. I would have to be able to do it. Try putting that together. Well, I'd have to be able to do it. I'd have to be able to do it. Say for me,
Je voudrais.
No, down top of it. I'm spinning bloody rice down myself like a savage. I would have to. Give me again on its own. I would have to.
Je devrais.
Nice accent. What's the verb to be able to?
Pouvoir.
What's the verb to do in the infinitive?
Peut.
No, the verb to be. Sorry, I apologize, Tabby. The verb to do. The verb to do in the infinitive.
Faire.
That's it. Stack the infinitive. In other words, guys and girls, you've just gone first verb, second verb in the infinitive. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. So put it together for me. I would have to be able to do it. Je devrais pouvoir le faire. Say for me, je devrais pouvoir le faire.
Je devrais pouvoir le faire.
Good. Brie. I would have loved to be able to do it, but I can't. Luke, I'd have loved to be able to do it, but I can't. I would have. So we've got a would, which means first category, which means we don't have to be messing or fucking around with pouvoir or whatever. Just I would have loved.
J'aurais dû.
Yes. J'aurais, what came after j'aurais? So j'aurais was correct. What's I would have loved? J'aurais
Dû.
You're into had to. No, so this is exactly what I'm on about. I would have loved is not the verb to have to, it's the verb to love in the past
Tense.
the past conditional, yeah? Yeah. Just say to me, I would love. Just I would love, just I would love.
I would love.
I would have loved.
I would have loved.
It's got nothing to do with the feeling.
Right.
So rather than going off, guys, oh, is he saying have or is he saying have to? He's got rice in his face and I can't even tell. Think whether or not you've got the necessity vibe there. Oh, I'd have loved to, whatever. There's no necessity to it. Oh, I would have had to have gone without you. There's the necessity there. So well done for being vigilant. But so what's I would love on its own? J'aimerais. What's I would have loved?
J'aurais aimé.
That's it. J'aurais aimé. That's all it is.
Aimé.
Now, as we said earlier, to you with peut and manger, and to Tabby with peut and something else, because we've now changed tenses, 90% of my students at this stage in their learning want to go j'aurais aimé de or some shit and stick in a de there. Agreed? Say for me in very basic language, would you please say for me, Brie, I love to smoke. I don't, smoking is stupid, but just for a token verb, say I love to smoke, which is going to be 3 words. I love to smoke.
J'aime fumer.
Nice accent, nice small consonants. Well done. When you've got a sentence that you can do, and when you go over this video or anybody else's videos, you should keep going over the back catalogue of my videos now, because you'll probably understand them more because you're working with me. Don't just go, does my mouth get the grammar? Does my brain get the grammar? Can my mouth say the words? Try getting in the personality now. Try having an opinion. Oh oui, j'aime fumer. Or shocked, I like to smoke. I hate smoking. Moi, j'aime fumer. You know, try and get more Brie into it. Right. So what would be, so do we agree that MA doesn't have a de after it? Are we in agreement that there's no de after MA?
Yes.
Right. So neither is I would have liked to smoke. Let's just say I would have liked to smoke, but you know, whatever. Brie had finished off all the crack. Whatever. I would have, and Brendan had, whatever. Brendan, what do you smoke? This to check whether someone's paying attention. Off you go. So say for me, I would have liked to smoke. Off you go. I would have liked to smoke, Brie.
J'aurais aimé.
No, Brie. I just used you for a comedy example to check you were awake. Brie, I would have liked to smoke. I would have liked to smoke.
J'aurais aimé fumer.
Now close your mouth and make it all French. J'aurais aimé fumer.
J'aurais aimé fumer.
So different. I would have liked to be able to go there. I'd have liked to be able to go there, but sadly it was sold out. There's no more tickets left. I would have liked to be able to go there.
J'aurais aimé
To be able to in the infinitive.
pouvoir
That's it. Go.
l'aller.
What's the verb to go?
Aller.
What's the pronoun for there? What word do we use for there? A single letter in French.
A.
A single letter in French, but I go there.
J. Oh, yeah.
J'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller.
Aller.
Put it together. I'd have liked to be able to go there. I'd have liked to be able to go there.
J'aurais.
Pause. Let me repeat what I said to Tabitha a moment ago. The sentences that you are saying now, because they're getting more complicated, could go off in different directions. You could have said, I would have liked to go there. You could have just said, j'aurais aimé y aller. You could have said, I would have liked to go there a different way. J'aurais aimé aller là. You could have said, j'aurais aimé aller à Paris. The sentences you're doing now are going to have different versions that are going to come to mind and mouth. Yeah, they're going to come to mind, but they're also going to come to mouth. So stay on top of what you're doing, and this is another reason of why when we practice, we join everything up so that we say, yeah, I can do that one in the future. So put it all together for me slowly and slide. I would have liked to be able to go there.
J'aurais
Link. J'aurais, yeah, link, remember, yeah.
J'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller.
Lovely. Now make it small. J'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller. And if it feels like blah, 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 well, then keep saying it and keep your idea on what it is and just keep going. Oui, j'aurais aimé. So I went, j'aurais bien aimé. Because that in French is I would have really liked to go. Yeah. So I just went with the muscle memory that worked for me. So say, j'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller. J'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller. Have a go.
J'aurais aimé pouvoir y aller.
Lovely. Brendan. Luke, I should have listened to you when you were speaking. Luke, I should have listened to you when you were speaking.
Luc, j'aurais dû écouter quand tu...
So, there's not bad work there. I should have. Think of how we're going to join the aurais to the previous word. Where's you? I should have listened to you. But there's some good work there. I should have listened to you when you were speaking.
Luc, j'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu étais dit.
Fuck you and all who've slept inside you. What is my word for that tense imperfect? Is that on the top line or on the bottom line? Present. Does it have an auxiliary? Does it have an auxiliary? Do I need to hear fucking ete when I go into the was tense? Do I? Slap yourself somewhere non-arousing. Never, ever, ever do that. What would I need after the word was in order to hear ete? An adjective or a geographical location, for example. Brendan was in the shit house because Luke was not happy with him. Whatever. Fine. Luke was speaking to Susan. No was. Luke parlait. The only time we use another verb with was, as I've said, is if it isn't an imperfect. If it's an action was. She was. And then an action like she was arrested or he was discovered or the building was destroyed. Ete rather than ete. But you don't need to worry about that for the moment. That's more different ways of doing the passive. If you want to know about that, watch the video called Passive. Be sure to be on my channel before you type passive into YouTube. Otherwise, you might get some other fun videos. So go again for me then, Brendan. No fucking ete. So I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you when you were speaking. I should have listened to you when you were speaking. We'll do 10 more minutes and then we'll call it a day. So I should have listened to you when you were speaking. Off you go.
J'aurais dû t'écouter.
Go again. I should listen to you. Go again. I should listen to you. J'aurais dû.
J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu disais.
No, when you were speaking. Look at Auntie Lukey, all of you. Right. This is how I used to teach. Say is dire and speak is parler and tell is dire and talk is parler. I don't work in that way now. What I basically say is if you are referring to the action alone, parler. If you are citationally vehicling something else, if you are carrying, Brie said that she wanted to go and read that book. That information, Brie said the answer, Brie told me the answer. You're carrying something with it. That will be dire, more commonly. Notice the exception. I told you about it. We use parler in French. Je t'en ai parlé. Je t'en ai parlé. Yeah. So Tabitha told the client that whatever, because that's some form of information that's being carried, elle a dit. So that just gets you a little bit out of thinking in English all the time. So when you were speaking, what's the verb that we're going to use there, Brendan, then?
Parler.
There you go. So put it together. J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais. J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
Lovely. Try and sound a bit now. Let's try that with some different. This is what we're going to be doing next week. I want you to play with different tones of voice. So just try and sound like like laughter. Oh, j'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais. Pop a bit of humor into it. Go on. People always go, oh, in my own language, I'm so likable or funny or sarcastic or whatever. That's your voice. Or as Ursula tells us, your voice. Use your fucking voice. Oui, j'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais. Go.
Oui, j'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
Smaller consonants. Ouais, j'aurais dû t'écouter. Ouais, tickle the feet. Ouais, j'aurais dû t'écouter.
J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
Link it, diaphragm, link it. J'aurais dû t'écouter. Oh, mais j'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
J'aurais dû t'écouter quand tu parlais.
Lukey, the number one thing all of you should be doing, the number one thing with me, all of you should be doing. Mouth more closed than in English, diaphragm connection. Otherwise, it becomes a series of individual things to know, not a muscle memory. And you won't be ready for next year when hopefully you can come on the language trip that I organise every summer, and you'll hear everybody going blah, 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 blah. And you'll be like, I don't get it because it's all joined up. And I'll be like, well, I did fucking tell you. Good. So make sure you are saying the whole thing. As I said to somebody earlier, the only word that you come off is the very last word of a thought. Not j'aurais dû t'écouter. Be careful. English has a series of micro pauses. Yeah. For me, as Luke, when I start a sentence, know where I'm going because I'm a teacher and I know the point. Me as fucking me, if you ask me a question, I didn't know what the answer would be. I mean, I'm a fairly good improviser and I can think on my feet. But part of the joy of human conversation is honesty and no bullshit. So if somebody asked me like a reasonably profound question, and I was like, well, suppose if that were the case, you don't know. I just know where I'm going in because this is my job and I've done this for, a decade and a half. But most of the time when we speak, we don't always know where the sentence is going to go. Now, that's the same for you when you're in French, but you need to make sure that you cover these thinking pauses. So we in France cover when we are not sure what we're going to say, not because we don't know the vocab or because we don't know the verb. It's just because you don't know the answer. So that we cover with an But what you guys then do, particularly people I teach, is they try and put an in place to hide the fact that they don't know the grammar. So they'll say something like, oui, alors j'aurais dû finir. Now, I don't mind that. I'd rather that than silence. I'd rather, though, because it's much, much better long term, j'aurais dû le finir. And you're still learning the pathways that I'm trying to get in your mouth. That's really, really significantly important. Keep for the beginning of a sentence when you're trying to set the tone, or if you've got a really hard word like Luke, and you really need a bit of a pause because you can't go Luke, okay? But apart from that, try and avoid the Right. Susan, Luke, I understand what you've just said. I agree with you. Luke, I understand what you've just said. I agree with you. Is she there, Susan, or did she go? Oh, all right then. Let's take it to Denise. Can you say, Denise, I understand what you've just said. I agree with you.
Luc, je comprends que
Keep comprend going, keep comprend going, keep comprend.
Luc, je comprends ce que tu as dit.
A table in front of you. Have you got a table in front of you?
Yes.
Right. Keep your finger on the table and just keep moving it. Luc, je comprends ce que... Yeah, okay. I understand what you just said. Yeah, what you've just said. Keep your finger on the table. Keep the sound going. Okay. Look at the table. Look down at the table. Keep your finger on it. Go.
Luc, je comprends ce que tu as dit.
Nobody lifted the phone. Don't you fucking lie to me. You look at your fucking finger and you speak when your finger's on the table. My God, it was so marvellous and then it went shit. Don't stop the voice, people. Don't stop the voice. That was so nice and then it went all bollocky. Keep your voice going so long as your finger is on the table. Do not stop the voice. My darling, you could spend 10 seconds on a word. Really, even in spoken normal French, you could probably spend up to about 5. It's only because we're trying to get you to learn this. This will honestly get you there faster. Also, if you stop people and you go into silence, you are then creating French from zilch, from nothing, nada. If you keep the previous word going, there's still a small hope that your muscle memory will conjure up the right next word because you'd have said that sentence enough. Yeah. Finger on the table, speak. Luke, I understand what you just said. I agree with you. Head down, look at the fingers. Speak as it's moving.
Luc, je comprends ce que tu viens.
I've eaten. We've had it already today. Linguist lesson. What's I've just eaten? What's I've just eaten?
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you just said.
Just eaten.
I have just eaten.
We've done it already today. Bree did it. It was one of the first sentences we did.
Je viens de manger.
Look at your finger. Why did we repeat? Keep your finger down. If we weren't sure of what came after de, we should have kept our finger on the table and gone je viens de. Okay, off you go. Go again. Finger down. Don't lift it off. I've just eaten.
Je viens de manger.
Je viens, not viens, because it's, yeah. Now keep your finger down and say, you've just said. You've just said. Finger down, you've just said.
Tu viens.
Learn to recognize a template. What is, Denise? I eat. What is I eat?
Je mange.
What is you eat?
Tu manges.
Good. What is I've just eaten?
Je viens manger.
Viens what? Je
viens de manger.
You've just eaten.
Tu viens de manger.
What you've just said.
Tu viens de dire.
No, learn to use a template. You're changing one word. You've just said you've just eaten. Go back, say you've just eaten. You've just said it beautifully, beautifully. Say for me, you've just eaten. Tu
viens de manger.
No, back we go, back we go. Say for me, I've just eaten. I've just eaten.
Je viens de manger.
Learn a template, people. Learn a template. Boo-hoo. Oh, no, we're not saying you have. Boo-hoo. Get the fuck over it. We've done it 14 times. Off you go. To come from eating something is to just do something. Either way, you know the template for sure. Make it work. Give me, you've just eaten. You've just said, je viens de manger. Say, you've just eaten. Go. Tu
viens de manger.
Shut the fuck up.
Tu viens de manger.
Lovely. You've just said. Change one word and not the shit at the beginning.
Tu viens de manger.
Just said, not eat. You've just said. What's the verb to say?
Tu viens de dire.
Good. I agree with what you've just said. Big girl sentence. Keep your finger down. Look at it.
Je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire.
Go again. No stopping if you don't know the next rest of it. That was correct. Mouth closed. Je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire. I have of the accord with that which you come from saying, is what we're basically saying in French. No one says it matches the English, but if you know a sentence, and most of the time, you'll all know it with je. You'll all know it with je. Was it Tabitha earlier? I asked for I'm afraid. We had j'ai peur. Lovely. Knows it with j'ai. Knows it with herself. Fine. Use the template. Do it for someone else. Je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire. Off you go. Lips closed. This is our last sentence. I need to go.
Je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire.
Lovely. Now pop in a tone of voice. Yeah, well, I agree with what you're saying. Well, je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire. When I add tones of voice, you just, oh my God, is he giving us even more to do? If you do a tone of voice, it actually takes care of a lot of the diaphragm and a lot of the mouth. And there's a lot of freed up, let's speak properly, a lot, not a lot. There's a lot of freed up brain space, because if you do the tone of voice, it means you're not actively having to concentrate on the mouth being discreet and the chest being big. It'll just do it. Where does emotion come from? Hey, Tabby, nice to see you. Susan, what a lovely dress. You know, that's where it comes from here, right? So Luke, if somebody were listening to you from the wall, behind the wall, what tone are they going to get? Oh, Luc, je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire. Tu as raison, whatever. One more time, have one last try.
Je suis d'accord avec ce que tu viens de dire.
Yeah, and you're right, would be tu as raison. Lovely. Side note, people, when we say ce que, if you don't remember why we're saying ce que, check out the video which was called Relative Pronouns, which talks about ce qui, ce que, ce dont, ce à quoi, and all of that business. They are quick. We never say, even if you said slowly, I love what Brie's wearing. J'adore ce que Brie porte. We'd never say ce que. Good. People who've watched, you know, people in the class, you know how to pay me. Thank you very, very much indeed. People who are watching, if you found it useful, please note there will be a coffee link under the video. You can chip me a little coffee. I do appreciate it. If I'm quick, I've got time for one tonight. Good. If you want any videos that refer to stuff that we've mentioned, then the videos I would recommend from today's lesson are anything would, could, and should, massively. Anything lay versus day, yeah, which will also include when we use de with a plural preceding adjective. All right, that is something else that I would really recommend. Anything would and could, get on top of would and could. Would and could we will do more of next time. So guys in this group, I really strongly recommend that you watch the would and could video, because it segues nicely into if I did this, I would do this, versus if I had have done this, I would have done this, which is known as the present and the past hypotheticals. So just give it a little bit more thought about when I was asking you today, are you talking about some shiz that's happened yet or not? That's really worth developing, all right? If you want to watch anything to do with that, type in the word if into YouTube. Okay. Final comment on the structure of where we, if has many partnerships. It doesn't always need to be hypothetical. If Brendan likes this museum, he will love this museum. There's no hypothetical there. Well, you know, okay, he's just told me, he's come to London, we've just gone here. Oh, Luke, I really like that. Oh, if he likes this museum, you'll like this museum. That's not hypothetical. If Brendan liked this museum, he would love this museum. That's present hypothetical, because it means this could still potentially happen. If Brendan had liked that museum, he would have loved that museum. Hypothetically, that's no longer the case because he didn't go there. But if he had gone, that would have been the case. Past hypothetical. So we have different if clauses. That's just going where we're going. If all you get to do is watch the videos on would and could and should, that is enough. All right. But the rest of it, that is where we're headed. All right. Any work we do with our mouth closed and with our diaphragm. Otherwise, all that happens is we give our mouth more choices. Say complete sentences. Say complete sentences. Check that they're fucking correct, but say complete sentences with your mouth closed. Agreed. Otherwise, all you do is just get more and more in a mess. All right. Good. Well done, people. Lots and lots of love. Good energy. Good energy. Well done. Well done. Good.
Thank you.